Welcome back, everybody, to the Las Vegas Raiders franchise, and it's off-season time. Now, normally with these off-seasons, we're going in trying to build a Super Bowl winning team. Well, we've done that. We are the Super Bowl champions, defeating the Carolina Panthers 42-17. So now it's all about trying to maintain that and repeat next year. Now, this off-season is going to be a bit interesting. We have a lot of guys to re-sign. We got to think about maybe next year with Max Sampson, huge contracts coming up. So it's something you just really have to put in mind based off the cap room. As you see, Kyle Juszczyk, Joel Bitonio have retired. I think the other thing that's going to be a little bit different here with this offseason, we're going to go a little bit quicker. Usually, we kind of just, go a little slow. These videos can be pretty long. But I think we're going to keep this one a little bit shorter if we can. So we're going to be going a little bit quicker here through the process of the offseason. But you can see some major retirements. Cooper Kupp, Odell Beckham Jr., Aaron Donald, Mike Evans, Devontae Adams. A lot of big-time names that obviously getting here into season number 5 are out of here. So a lot of new names to be the top stars in the NFL. You can see offensive, defensive coordinator. We need new ones. Happens all the time with Super Bowl teams. So we hired Sammy Rios and then Alan Davidson as our offensive coordinator. I still wish they had more realistic coordinators in this team. I wish they had GMs. You know what I mean? I mean, we're technically, the GM of this team, but I wish they had GMs in this game. I think that would make it, and have philosophies and how they want to build a team. It'd just be 1,000% better, that's for sure. As we go through the mock drafts, mock draft number 3. Now, we have the 8th pick in the draft. We made the trade with New Orleans last year, them getting Josh Jacobs, and we got a future first-round pick this year. Well, we get the 8th pick in the draft. So it's a real question of what we're going to do. Do we keep that 8th pick? Do we trade it? We're going to have the final pick in the draft at number 32. So it all really depends who is there, what happens in re-sign period, what happens in free agency, who we want to bring in. It'll be the real, test of what we want to do with that pick. Because I'm fine taking somebody 8. Obviously, I'm not going to, trade up even further. I'm not really going to do that. But I think we'll stick at 8. Or maybe go back a little bit and maybe just, acquire some draft picks for next year. But we get into the re-sign period. You can see we right have $139 million of cap. That's a lot of cap. But Max Sampson, his 5th year option, you can see he's going to count for $52 million. Look at all these guys that we have to bring back or going to try to bring back. So that's just, his option. I'm not sure what kind of contract Sampson's going to want. He's probably going to want a big-time deal, being now a Super Bowl winning quarterback and putting up some outstanding numbers. Only 25 years old, but we're going to obviously accept the 5th year option. So that's going to reduce the cap a lot. Now, Max Crosby, maybe the best defensive player in football. 2 straight years of 20-plus sacks. Broke the record a couple years ago. You have to bring him back. So that's going to be over $30 million per year the next 3 years. And he does sign the contract. So that's taken up right there, $80 million in cap, at least next year. Cameron Oliver, 100% accepting that option. He has been fantastic. So he's probably going to want a decent-sized contract as well. So the cap just continues to go down, and that's where you have to make these decisions. Michael Mayer, he had probably the best season he had with us last year, most touchdowns he's had in his career. He has really high re-sign interest, but I don't think we're going to bring him back. Same thing with Trayvon Merrick. I think we allow him to hit the free agent market. If it gets desperate enough, maybe we try to make out a deal. But right now, I'm a little wary with cap, just because I don't know what Sampson's going to want. And I want to retain, Patterson and Oliver. So same thing with Luke Burke. I don't think we can give you $33 million. He doesn't actually have any interest coming back. Jacorian Bennett, I'd love to bring back, but as more of a dime back, $20 million over 3 years, I just don't think that's really an option. So I think we're going to have to let him walk. Same thing with Austin Dawson, Trey Tucker. Good year. He had a solid year for us, maybe the best in his Raiders career, but not for that money. We can probably draft somebody. Levis, we're going to let him walk. Connor Williams is somebody I would like to bring back. Obviously now losing Joel Bitonio. we'll see. Let's see if we can bring him back on a 2-year deal. Does Connor Williams, he's going to hit free agency. Okay, so we'll have to think about that as well. Christopher Smith, see, that deal I think is doable. 2 years, $9 million. You know, he's been solid. And if Trayvon Merrick isn't there, I mean, he has a chance to start. He started a couple of years ago for a part of the season, and I do like him. So I'm thinking possibly that. Fitzsimmons is not going to return. Maybe we'll get him in free agency, but that's not that bad of a contract. But I don't know, $10 million for, I don't know. I think David Long, see, that's the contract. If he's more of a dime back, he can fit in there. I think that's a good offer. He will be back. Amari Cooper, you can see he's down to an 84 overall. We're not going to be bringing him back. We'll let him hit free agency, and we're going to have to, you know, we'll still have Waddle and Joseph Good. We're just going to have to maybe draft or maybe sign a free agent wide receiver. Fleming will be gone. Geno Stone, you know what? Same thing. I think I'm fine bringing him back. It's really not that bad. Let's just do a 1-year deal. See if Geno Stone wants to sign here, and he does. All right, so he will be back. Yeah, Tillery, who I've had this entire time, just keep bringing him back. We're going to let him walk. Eric Armstead, you know what? We're going to let him walk. Ebicon, same thing. And Joseph Nopoop, same thing. So you can see a lot of guys are going to be gone, and there's going to be a decent amount of new faces on this team. So we're also, I believe, going to think about releasing Derrick Henry. He's dropped down to, I believe, a 75 overall. So I think there's a good possibility that Derrick Henry is going to be absolutely released. So let's take a look at this. You can see next year he's going to count for $53 million. So we got to think about that. And we did cut Derrick Henry there. But we need a fullback, probably need a running back, at least a couple. We more than likely need, I would say, 2 receivers. I'm not sure if you can count on one of these guys down there. Tight end, you know, we got Kohler, Samuels, Jabari Coleman, but I'd still like to maybe bring in another one, kind of more competition. Left tackle, Colton Miller, we're good. Left guard, we moved Zion Johnson to left guard. And then center, we need somebody for sure with Connor Williams, and Hayden Short will be our right guard. And then at right tackle right now, we got Greg Walters. You got Blake Durant at backup. So just right now, I'm saying a center and some more offensive line depth. Uche, left end, Tyree Wilson. You know what? With these guys at a 1-year deal, and you can see he was an X factor for the Super Bowl, but now he's down to a superstar. I don't know why they do that. It's very strange sometimes. But they're going to have to be re-signed next year as well. So put Owe in that same boat. Maybe Tyree Wilson, it's time for him to go. He's had injury concerns his whole career here, you know, after being a top pick in the draft. But the way Uche and Owe really stepped up last year, and with Max Crosby, I think Tyree Wilson could be the odd man out. We might as well get some picks for him. At defensive tackle, we're fine. And we moved Nakobe Dean to outside linebacker. You obviously got Amari Burney, but he's going to be up next year. That's what I'm talking about. We got to try to save as much cap as possible, because there's guys we're going to want to bring back, but man, it's going to be tough to keep all those guys. This is just the NFL. You can't. So we're going to have to let some guys walk next year, and you're trying to like really think about who's more important to your squad and who you want to bring back, because we got some issues for sure next year. And that Samson deal is going to be massive as well. So let's go to Tyree Wilson. I mean, I love having depth at pass rush, but we got to get something. So we're going to get a second. We're going to go to New Orleans again. We've just been trade partners with New Orleans. And we're going to get a second-round pick from the New Orleans Saints. Tyree Wilson will go there. And it's not bad. We'll take it. You know, we'll give them a full year. Tyree Wilson decide what they want to do on that one. He will have a 5th-year option, I believe. So they will have a chance there. Let's go to free agency and take a look. So take a look at this. Kyle Hamilton is a free agent. We need safety. He has 21 teams offered, but he is going to want a lot of money. He wants almost $22 million a year. Ronnie Stanley and Marcus Williams. So the Ravens, you can see, had some issues with letting guys go. You got Christian Wilkins, Kyle Duggar. Man, safety's not looking too bad, but it's just, do we want to spend the money? You got Brian, there's Nick Chubb, Mayer, Connor Williams, Amari Cooper. So right now, man, I would love Kyle Hamilton. I think that's who I would love to. I mean, you put Kyle Hamilton back there, this defense doesn't lose, a beat. It gets even better. Could be even better than last year. A lot of kickers and punters, I have to say. A lot of kickers and punters. Man, absolutely would love to bring him in. It's just we're trying to save cap. He's going to want a lot of money over an amount of years, so I don't think it's going to be possible. We could possibly put out a deal just to see. Yeah, he wants like $22 million. 5-year contract. Obviously, he's only 26. I don't think it's going to happen. I mean, we could put it up there just to see what it's looking like. Just to see where we're on the list. I don't know how he's only a star development. That doesn't make any sense to me at all. I think he'd be more of a superstar. Or maybe an X Factor, really. And you can see we're not even on the list. So our dreams of getting Kyle Hamilton are going to be dashed. It's not going to happen. And here is who we picked up. Christian Harris. That adds a starter really to linebacker. So we'll put him in there. As for halfback, we bring back Keaton Mitchell. We'll bring him back. He'll be more the backup now. We'll bring in John Mechie. He could be a slot-type guy, no doubt about it. Another Alabama receiver. Isaiah Likely. He's one of my favorite players for sure. We'll bring him in for tight end. Justin Horn at fullback. Dontavian Wicks, Green Bay Packers wide receiver. We'll bring him in. Owen Papo, backup linebacker. And Tyler Huntley will be backup quarterback option. So those are the guys we signed. I think free agency went well. But as you can see, Kyle Hamilton goes to the Arizona Cardinals. That team, I think, could be ridiculous. Ronnie Stanley to the Falcons. Marcus Williams to the Seahawks. Christian Wilkins is going to go to the Indianapolis Colts. Duggar going to the Dolphins. Brian O'Neill to the Seahawks. Nick Chubb going to Green Bay. Michael Mayer going to Washington. Connor Williams is going to end up going to the Browns, with Amari Cooper going to San Francisco. Trayvon Merrick going to the Saints, with Kevin Byard to the Bears. Dawkins to the Rams. Tyrann Mathieu Honeybadger to the Titans. Decker to the Saints. Jacorian Bennett's going to go to the Falcons. DJ Reader to the Falcons. Corbett there. I mean, at least a lot of our guys are going to the NFC. I mean, there's so many times where you have free agency guys that go to, like, division rivals, and we're not seeing that one. So we won't have to worry about that. And actually, this is a lot of guys signing to more, I would say, NFC teams. Divine Diablo going to the Chargers, so former Raider will have to see there. And Luke Burke ended up signing with the Commanders, just like Michael Mayer. So here's your roster. As we go into the draft, looks like I'm saying maybe another running back. Yeah, I'm thinking maybe another running back. I like 4 running backs. Wide receiver, now with Mechie and Wicks. I don't think we need a receiver there. I liked Lonnie Mooney last year, so I think we're good there because we have a plethora of we got Samuels, Likely, Kohler, Coleman. You know what? I think we're good in the receiving area. We're still, I think, going to need a center. So right now, we're looking at running back, center. The other offensive line spots, I think we're good. We just maybe need another backup somewhere along the line. Bring in another end, more of a pass rusher, I would say, for sure. Like I said, D tackle, we're good. We got Papuna back up there. We got Christian Harris now with Jacobson. So you can still draft a linebacker, but I think we're good. Christian Harris, I think, is going to be a really good signing. And obviously, corner, I'm fine maybe drafting someone, but not till like 3rd, 4th round. And then safety, obviously Carlos Hurts, but who's going to be that strong safety? We have a bunch of suitors here, but maybe there'll be somebody that is going to be there at maybe 32, maybe that early 2nd round pick. We got 2 2s. We got 3 4s. We have, 3 5s, a 6. I'm probably going to be trading a lot of those picks because looking at this class, not the greatest class. I think you start to run out of talent by the 3rd or 4th round. But here we go. Draft time. Let's see how this plays out. Do we stay at 8? Do we trade it? Right now, I think we're just going to do like we did last year. Just let the draft come to us. See if there's anybody there we want and go for it. Because right now, I would say looking at this draft class, this is one of those classes that sometimes you just don't get a feel for. As Matt Huntington, wide receiver, goes off the board to the Rams. Obviously, Cooper Kupp retired, so they need to fill that hole. But it's one of those draft classes. It was tough. You know, you see some of these ratings on these guys, and you're like, I don't know if that's, you know, I don't know how these guys are going to turn out. I'm not really sure. So we'll see. We'll just do, I would think, best available to us here at 8. And if we don't like anything there best available, then we'll just trade out. Pollard, right tackle, going to the Vikings. And here we go. We're on the clock. Center's the biggest need, I would say. You know, I don't mind taking a guard, but let's take a look at the top players. So you got Parker Albright, Zach Smith, a pass rusher, Kirk Stevenson, maybe, Tracy Blackwell, but he's around 3 to 4 talent, so we're not going there. Let's take a look at Zach Smith. Pretty much a 4.6 40. Let's see. He's got A, finesse moves, B, awareness, D, power moves, some more finesse guy, B, tackle. Decent pursuit. I don't know if that's a first round pick, though. Let's look at maybe Cedric Forbes' possibility. He is a right tackle. I mean, he looks very good. Solid bench reps, not bad. Decent agility. He's got elite agility, actually. The problem is he's got A, awareness, A, pass block finesse, more of a finesse guy, which is perfectly fine. But sometimes I feel like moving a tackle to center is not really the greatest option. Where Parker Albright, A, impact block. Let's see. Oh, he's got the best strength in guard, 42 reps, which is actually, that's what you want to see. I want to see that strength, to be able to push guys around. Yeah, A, lead block, A, impact block. We're not sure about other stuff. But it's better moving a guard to center. But could Forbes be a better pick? That's really the question. Kind of in between. I think Albright makes a lot more sense for us. And I'm fine taking Albright here. I know it's maybe a little bit too high for kind of like a guard center combo type guy. You can look later, but you know what? I like him. He's only 21, and we're going to take him. He's a normal dev, so that hurts a little bit, but 95 strength. It's one of those, you know, attributes that's just, you got to get it right because it doesn't really go up much. So at least he has that 95 strength. We'll absolutely take that. We'll see what his overall is after the draft. You know, maybe not the greatest draft pick, but who knows? We'll see. His overall could be high, just a little bit, you know, disappointing that it's a normal dev. But you can't hit on all these draft picks. There goes Kirk Stevenson to the Cowboys. Givens going to the Bears. Manny Golden to the Broncos. Isaiah Brackett going to the Indianapolis Colts. There's Joseph going to the Giants. They love their defensive front, that's for sure. And there goes Forbes to the Chargers. So the guy who we were thinking about taking there, he goes to the Chargers. So we'll have to take a look at what obviously we're going to see what he is. George Holiday, a safety I did look at, goes to Kansas City. So he'll be in the division. As Greg Coker, your first quarterback off the board there to the Lions. So we get to 32. It's going to be the real question to see who's there. There's another quarterback going to the Titans, Richie, out of Texas Tech, which I don't understand that pick. Nicholas Franklin could be the best player in the draft. Did scout him. Thought we possibly might have to take a wide receiver in the draft. He is a top 5 talent. So he might be the best in the draft. It's just with signing Wicks and Richie, we really didn't need receiver. And there goes Zach Smith to the Atlanta Falcons. So another guy that we just looked at, possibly pick at number 8, decided not to. So we'll see what he turns out to be. But yeah, the Titans, you have Justin Fields, and I believe you just won the division, got into the playoffs. I don't understand sometimes. Still, they've done really well, I would say, with some of the draft logic. They've improved it. It's still not there. Ravens take a tight end. What's new there? Mark Phillips. They love their tight ends. Panthers take James Mumphrey, free safety out of Florida State, and that's going to put us on the clock. So we take the guard, which will probably move him to center. So now you're thinking maybe safety. Or, I mean, Denard Stamper, they're saying 2 to 3, but I don't know. Maybe we got a couple second-round picks. You got Roosevelt Dubois, more of a third to fourth round projecting. Looks solid. You can see he's won up 20 some spots. Tommy Foster, but right now you got Steven Tyson possibility. Kenye Nix, he's got A power moves, A tackle, so that could be a possibility. Dak Middleton, he's more of a day 3 guy corner, but you can see he's got A man coverage. Anytime you can get an A rating with late picks, those are the guys you really want to look at because you get something out of it. And then you got Clayton Crockett down here. He's around 2 to 3 projecting. We scouted him. He's around 1 to 2. Looks solid. B's across the board. Maybe he doesn't do one thing particularly elite level, but he just looks absolutely solid. Runs about a 4.55. I would say that's about correct. A awareness, A catching. He's got B tackle, B hit power, B man coverage, B zone. So, you know what? We kind of need this position, and I'm thinking this is a possibility picking Clayton Crockett here, and that's what we're going to do, and he is a hidden dev. So Clayton Crockett, end of the first round. We hit on one here. Still, a Parker Albright could still be a solid pick. We'll see, but Crockett, hidden dev, get that safety more than likely. I'm thinking he'll start for sure. Obviously, a late first, hidden dev, got to put him in there. So we got another second round pick here, really close. I was really thinking about trading that 32nd to trade back, but just couldn't get a deal done with anybody. It is tough sometimes trading here. It is no doubt. When you're trying to trade for draft picks, they value them even more, I would say, than real life. As for our board, yeah, I think we can wait on him. Maybe Knicks. Culpepper's a possibility. You got Stamper here. They love taking second round running backs. He's got B-ball carrying vision, B carry. He's more of a power back, which we do need. If you got Keaton Mitchell and Jalen Jenkins, we need that power back. So it would work. He has A trucking. I love running backs. To me, you can never have enough. You never know with injuries. You know what? I'm thinking we go with Denard Stamper. Let's take him. Hidden dev. 87 speed, 88 acceleration. Yeah, he's that power back I think we kind of need. So we'll take Stamper here in the second round. And then we'll continue to move on here in the draft. So now we've taken a center, taken that safety. We got the running back. We pretty much got our needs. The only thing we need is more of a right end. We need, obviously, with Tyree Wilson gone, more of a pass rushing guy. Kenye Nix could be your guy here. He's got A tackle, A power moves. Runs about a 4.62, 4.63 40. And the C block shit not the greatest, but I do like the A power moves and A tackle. C play rec, we can work on that one. Solid at strength. You know what? That could be your pick here. Kenya Nix. Let's take him. Hidden dev for him. 88 strength, 87 acceleration, 84 speed, 6'3", 269. Fills in. Hey, I think so far with the first 4 picks, we've pretty much been diverse. We've pretty much been filling the needs that we need to fill in. So right now, what I am thinking here, we're going to make a trade. Now, that seems like a ridiculous trade, but I just don't care about the draft picks right now because I'm looking at my board, and I see Dubois sitting there. I think he's going to be solid. I love getting multiple offensive linemen, and that's why. 91 strength, hidden dev. We traded a lot to get up and get him, but you know what? Why not? I mean, we're taking a lot of Tennessee guys here in this draft. So we take Dubois. So far, I'm saying I'm liking this draft a lot. And to me, those late 5th round picks, it's just nobody's really there. But this one, I think we're definitely taking Dak Middleton here in this 4th round. I mean, F press and D zone is definitely not what I want to see. Runs more 4.5, but I mean, right now, There's not a lot there. You get A-man coverage. We can work on the zone coverage, and there you go. He's a 93 acceleration, 88 speed. He's only 21. 93 change of direction. And we can work on him. Then we're going to take Christian Wagner. More depth there and end. Just a normal dev. 84 speed, only 79 strength, 76 agility. As you can see, it's not the greatest talent pool here in the late rounds. And we're going to take D. Clark with our last pick in the draft. 82 speed, 72 strength. And there's our draft. So that's why I wanted to get rid of those late picks, because there just wasn't a lot there in the later rounds. But as you can see, I think our, 1 through 4, our draft was solid. And Parker Albright is a 79 overall. So, he's not, a star dev where he's going to get a little bit more XP. But he is a 79, 78 run block, 76 pass block. We have to work on the pass block and run block power. But he does have 95 strength, like I said earlier. So, if he gets up to like an 83, 84 overall, that's perfect. That's like one of the best centers, guards in the NFL. So we'll absolutely take that. I know at number 8, you're maybe hoping for something a little bit more. But hey, I'll take it. Clayton Crockett, he is a 75 overall. Hidden dev. 90 speed. He's got 74 man coverage, 81 hit power, 74 awareness already, 76 zone. We have to work on the play rec. But I think for a late first, solid pick. And then we take Denard Stamper. Hidden dev, 75 overall. He has 99 break tackle. Wow. Not the fastest guy, but 99 break tackle, 88 carrying, 84 trucking. So you can already rely on him. He is just going to be that goal line power back that, he's not going to outrun you, but he might run you over and get the extra yardage, no doubt about that. Kenyon Nix, he is a 75 overall as well, man. So you got the 76 power moves, 87 acceleration, 88 strength, 81 tackle, 79 agility. Work on the play rec and finesse moves. I think this guy could be a beast. I think he can step right in there. Dubois, we trade a lot for him. 75 overall. He is a hidden dev. 91 strength. Have to work on the... It's funny how they have the strength, but their power is awful. Makes no sense. 83 lead block, 87 impact block. Hey, I'll take it. He can definitely improve. Same thing. I mean, in a year or two, he could be like an 82, 81 overall guard. So next we got Dak Middleton, 74 overall. So 62 zone obviously hurts, but 81 man coverage. 88 speed, 93 acceleration. I mean, he's not going to be on the field too much. He'll be more of a special teamers guy right now. But, hey, I'll take it. We love playing man coverage. It works out in our system. I think he can be solid. We just work on that zone a little bit. And, man, he could be a very solid corner. He's not going to be, a number 1 or 2 guy, but you continue to improve him. He can definitely be a, more nickel dime back, which is perfectly fine. I mean, most of the time we're running out of nickel. So, you need those guys for sure. D. Clark, obviously not the greatest pick. Got more practice squad written over him, but obviously, I think a really good draft. Really good. Now, let's take a look at the draft overall. Marcus Sanford, your number 1 overall pick to the Browns. He is a 76 overall. Hidden dev. They still have Myles Garrett, so you put him with Myles Garrett. I think they got a pretty good pass rush. The Browns, though, offensively, you lose Chubb. I know Chubb's now 30 years old. I don't know. I guess they're just going to try to do their best defensively. Matt Huntington, hidden dev. They lose Cooper Kupp, but you bring this guy right in. 93 speed. He's got 84 catching, 85 medium route. Right now it's 77 release. So, solid pick. If he turns up to be a superstar X Factor, even better. Matias Guerrero, Hidden Dev for the Patriots. Another pass rushing guy. Had a Penn State. 82 speed. Right now at 88 acceleration with the boost. He's, 79 power moves, 74 finesse moves. Solid across the board. He's an all-around pass rusher. So, pretty solid pick at number 3. And obviously, these all can improve depending what you're going to be. I mean, if you're going to be an X Factor or a superstar, it just makes it even better. Marcus Bellamy for Pittsburgh. 78 finesse moves. Once again, do they really need pass rushers? I don't know. It seems like they have that dealt with, but they go with it. Same thing with Washington. Another pass rush guy there. 85 speed, 90 acceleration. Already has 80 finesse moves. Antoine Wagner looks pretty good there at 78 overall. It's looking like Albright's one of the best players in the draft here. I know we only got the star development, but hey, Kirk Stevenson's only a star. He's a 78. 86 speed, 90 acceleration, 82 finesse moves, 86 strength. A lot of pass rushers in this draft, that's for sure. Let's go down the list here. I want to see Nicholas Franklin. Yeah, he's an 80 overall. 6'3", 227 out of Florida State. Yeah, Buffalo got themselves a heck of a receiver here. 90 speed, 90 acceleration, 84 catch, 86 catch in traffic, 90 spec catch. Needs work on medium and deep route. 84 release, 94 jumping. I think this dude's going to be an X Factor. I'm not sure what he is. We'll have to keep an eye on him, but that's got X Factor written all over it. Now, Zach Smith, a guy who we're looking at the number 8 pick, glad we didn't go that direction. 73 normal, 85 speed, 88 acceleration, 77 finesse moves, 80 strength. Yeah. Glad we didn't go there. That's for sure. Let's take a look at the best overall, though. Steve Tyson, guard from West Virginia. Oh, man. I think I did look at him. But obviously, he was gone by the time, we went to get the pick for Stamper. But 80, best guy in the draft. 94 strength, 84 pass block finesse, 88 lead block, 88 impact block. He's already the 10th ranked guard. Wow. Albright is the 3rd best. So, we'll take it. 3rd best overall in the draft. But it looks like the Rams looking pretty good. Here's the actual center. Joseph Dawson. Was that 3rd round? Hidden Dev, 78 overall to the Eagles. 83 strength. Yeah, he still needs work. The Hidden Dev helps out. The strength, it's one of those attributes you just can't, really develop. So, that's what I liked about Albright for sure. Let's keep going on the list. Anybody else we can see here that was a later pick? There's another center. Mooney. Jack Mooney, a 4th rounder, 76 overall to Tampa Bay. Man, the Rams again. Daniel Blackwell. 76 overall tight end in the 3rd round. So, give credit to the Rams. They really hit the draft this year. But let's take a look at the teams in our division. So, the Broncos take Manny Golden. Defensive tackle. Hidden Dev. 6'3", 297 out of Ole Miss. He has got 7 strength. 79 power moves. He's got 79 play rec, 83 acceleration, 81 tackle. Solid pick here for Denver. Obviously, with us being the number 1 rush team in the NFL, now we'll see how that pays out this year. But you got to secure that front. It's a huge deal. If you have a great front 4, it makes everything else in the back end better. Jakari Bryant, 93 speed, 78 man, 77 zone. That's a pretty solid pick. 91 agility. Press not the greatest, but I think that's a solid pick there for Denver. And then they take Jeremy Hobbs, another defensive tackle, in the 3rd round, 72 overall, out of Texas. Man, he's got 94 strength, 78 tackle. I think, hey, that's a solid 3rd round pick. So I would say for Denver's case, looks like they put up a solid draft. Can't really complain about that. You know, you get the 60s in the 4 through 7, but hey, that's solid. Chargers. Right now, from what I'm seeing, this looks like a really good draft as well. So there's Cedric Forbes. We thought about taking him. We did not. Hidden Dev, 75 overall, 88 strength, 79 run block, 71 pass block, 89 lead, 84 impact block. Maybe it was a mistake to take Albright over him. I just thought Albright, you know, moving him to center was just a little bit easier than moving a tackle over. You know, we're trying to stay in a little bit of realm of realism. I understand that it's not. It's a game. I understand that. But in reality, you know, offensive linemen do move around. They really do. But I think sometimes when you're there at tackle, either left or right, you're just a tackle. You know, guards and centers are the ones that, you know, play that more inside. They're the ones that kind of can go around and adjust. And I feel like tackles sometimes, who do still move inside, there's no doubt about it. But I believe like tackles are more the guys that, you know, especially if you're a first round talent tackle, you're probably going to stay at tackle. I don't think, you know, that's going to happen if you're like a first round, you know, top 10 talented tackle. You're staying there. So that's why for me, it just didn't make sense. Albright at guard, he can move over to center. It'll be perfectly fine. So I think that's obviously the reason we went in that direction. But a solid draft for the Chargers. As for the Chiefs, they take George Holiday, 75 overall normal dev. Guy we had on my draft board, obviously at safety. You know, could have been somebody who took at 8, but didn't like him enough at 8. And they took him at 18, and, you know, I'm actually like Clayton Crockett a lot better. Maybe not the greatest draft pick for the Chiefs. So, all in all, there's your off-season. Like I said, we went through it a little bit quicker. Draft, we kind of slowed down a little bit. Free agency, I went really quick on that one. We did have some nice pickups. Christian Harris, I really like a lot. I like Isaiah Likely a ton, getting Keaton Mitchell back. But that's going to bring us into season number 5. And what we are going to do for season number 5, what I'm going to try to do my best, like week 1, week 1, that's it. We're going to go through the preseason. We're going to just skip through the preseason. There's not much really to do there and get right into the season. And then from there on out, I will try to do 2 games in 1 video. We're going to try to get season number 5 here, you know, through as quick as you possibly can. But still, it's going to be a big season. We're going to try to defend the Super Bowl championship. I think our team is, obviously, you can see rating-wise, not as good. But, you know, I still think we have a Super Bowl team for sure. But that's going to do it for this one. Thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you so much for all the support. I really do appreciate it. Hit that like button, subscribe for more. I'll see you in the next one. You guys have a good one. Bye-bye.